guys, my name is Celeste, or Ellie if you'd rather, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my island so far. If you didn't know or aren't following my Instagram, my island is currently Harry Potter themed. I'm absolutely obsessed with all things Harry Potter, and I thought what a better idea than to make my island this theme. It's been a very long journey of finding the codes and planning the map, which I'm still not finished doing, but I really do hope you guys enjoy what I've done so far and want to follow me throughout this process. Here is my map. As you can see, it's not very good looking at the moment, but it is a work in progress. It has the remains of my Fairy Court Island I finished, which you can view via the dream address at the bottom there, or on my Instagram, which will be linked down below as well. So let's get on to the actual video. So based on the things at the right hand side, you can see this is a Harry Potter island. That's based on the 9 3/4 sign and train at the right hand side. There's so much you can do with the theme, and I wanted to see what I could create with it. So let's get started. If we move here, so when you come off the plane, you enter into the station, King's Cross. Obviously, I wanted to create a welcoming and cozy entrance. I'm going to be putting some flowers at the left hand side where the trees are, just to fill in that empty space, and maybe put some newspaper stacks there as well. A little disclaimer before we go any further though, my island is in no way, shape or form finished. I still have a very long way to go. I have the little benches and Rover's briefcase as a place to relax and wait for the train, and if we come to the right here we can see the telephone box. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the Order of the Phoenix, Harry and Arthur go into this to get to the Ministry of Magic. We also have the Sirius Black wanted posters and an insect crate for Herbology maybe, I don't know, I just thought it looked cute. Then obviously we have Hedwig with Harry's trolley that he pushes through the wall. I think these little shopping cart things, I keep forgetting what they're called, are great for the scene, especially with the book stack on top like that. It makes it look more studious instead of like a food cart. So this island is kind of very perspective based as well, so you have to play with the angles a little bit to make it look right. Then if we squeeze through the platform in 9 3/4, we can see the Hogwarts Express. I put some little Dementor clothing there with the facehole panels for the windows of the train. I think if you're doing a Harry Potter island, this stone design is perfect for that. It looks exactly like the one in Scotland, I believe it is. The artist is fantastic. Once I accumulate all of them, all of the codes for everything on my island will be linked on my Instagram, more than likely in my highlights, which you'll be able to see. But if we go back through here, we can make our way to the Leaky Cauldron. So I wanted to make this feel very cozy, very warm and welcoming. So of course there's lots of brown tones and hot food and drinks going, with the rustic looking rugs as well, just to make it feel and look worn in. I love using the castle walls as dividers, just to show that this is a closed in area and it's its own separate building. I also used the covered countertops because I felt like they fit the theme perfectly. As you can see, I have the barrels at the back with the Leaky Cauldron symbol at the left and some drinks at the right hand side on the simple panels. As well, I thought the ink pad with the hot drink was really fitting. I imagined one of the professors, potentially Lupin of course, sitting there doing some class preparation with his cup of hot chocolate. As we all know, that's his favourite drink. There's also a little pouch on the floor to represent someone losing their coin pouch maybe, I'm not sure, I just thought it was cute. Then if you come through the back, you enter the alleyway where Hagrid taps on the bricks to open the wall. I wish there was a better way to do this, but I'm still happy with how it looks. If you go through, you can see we enter into Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley.
As you can see, this is very perspective based. It's better when you're down looking up, but as you can see, the castle walls, the medieval building sides, simple panels, fencing and the water tower things are the main aspects to create the fake buildings. There are glowing cubes on the stalls, and they're great to depict light inside via the face hole panel things. As you can see, I just put a few things down to depict that Quidditch feel outside, so the books and trophies etc. There's also more Sirius Black wanted posters scattered throughout the alleyway. Then we have Eeylops Owl Emporium, I think that's how you pronounce it. So there's lots of books to teach you about owls, the bird cages and the owl t-shirt things to look like there are actual owls outside. If you go further along, we of course have the Weasleys visiting Wheezes. I love the perspective for this one, especially with the code for the Weasleys to make it all line up. We have the Puking Pastilles, Street Organ and Robot for some weird vibes, as well as the Gnome Fake Magic set and Confetti Cannon, and as well the bubble machine up at the top. Then if we go further along, we have Ollivanders. I wanted this to feel a bit darker as it's on the edge of Nocturne Alley, which we've just passed, and it's one of the darker buildings in the alley as well in the movies. I used these chests for the wand boxes and the old books to make it feel a bit, not run down, just a lot older, as it's quite a dark and dusty vibe inside. We also have the fragrance sticks at the right here for some pretend ones. Then of course, if we backtrack, we have Nocturne Alley, which we've just passed. It's clearly not done yet, but this is going to be where my Borgin and Berks is. Ignore all of the designs on the ground. This is when I've been changing my codes from my Fairy Court Island, so it's quite a mess at the moment. If we go back, I'm going to bring this right across towards the right hand side, put Mabel's sisters here to represent Madame Malkin's, and I'm also going to make an upstairs area for that as well, just to help make it feel closed in. And I was going to put Gringotts here as well as the museum, but it feels a little bit small, so that plan changed, and it's going to be here as I extend Diagon Alley down to the bottom here. It's going to be up at the top there as well, surrounded with some of the gold items to represent the fortune that lies below. I was thinking as well I could continue the train tracks, pretending it's part of the Hogwarts journey maybe. I might put the Black Lake here as well. I'm not 100% sure, I might want a bigger space to do it. I'm not convinced of it as of yet. Please ignore all of the designs, it's a mess. Then if we make our way back through the Leaky Cauldron, oh look at them, I love them so much. I love their feet, their little toe beans, it's too cute. I have Fauna and Lopez actually just while they're here to represent James and Lily Potter, because I think they work so well. Lily as the doe and James as the stag. It's perfect, especially because Lopez is smug and arrogant personality and Fauna is more normal and sweet as well, and they just fit that vibe. So if we move on, we come back through here and we'll make our way into London. As you can see, this is clearly not London. I mean, there may be areas like this, but I've never been myself. Going up here, we have the car park, just to make it feel a bit more city-like, and of course we can't not have the Weasley's car. I'll more than likely have this later on somewhere else as well, probably where Whomping Willow may be, not sure, but of course, just up here we have Nook's Cranny as a little shopping district too. If we make our way down, this is going to be a little cafe area on the beach I think, minus the flowers obviously. That's just the remains of my fairy tale island design that I had. And I don't know how I feel about the double bridge here as I move up, it just doesn't look right, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. Then, if we make our way to Privet Drive, we have the Owl's motorbike, a simple garden as well. We know Patootie would like things to be kept neat and tidy. This is Sylvana's house, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I do think that you can change the exterior and maybe interior of villager houses with the Happy Home extension, maybe once you've done enough. I hope you can, because I'd love to change the exterior at the very least of these houses, just to have them all uniform and be the same, just to make it look more like a street. For the garden, I might put a bird fountain or a lawnmower here, not 100% on that yet, but just let me know in the comments, as I said before, any ideas that you might have for this. I'm going to have a look as well for a letter code and use the stacks of papers with that design on, just to have it look like the mail for Harry with his acceptance letter. Once we go further along, there's just some more houses there just to make it feel like a street, not specific to any character though. And down here there are more houses. This is my current one, and this is Sprout's house. That will probably be the greenhouses later on, may change my mind on that though. If we make our way back here and up the incline, this is my current progress in the residential area. It's just going to be a small area, not using too much room, just for the community really. There'll be fences and bikes, etc. Just a very small and cute location. I'll probably have a house here as well. That's what the squares are for on the ground, just to see what the layout would be. And on the bridge here, this is what I don't like. I feel like it looks a little bit weird and I'm not sure what to do with that yet, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my island so far. I hope you guys liked it, and if you have any thoughts or suggestions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm going to be using Shep as one of the characters, Hagrid specifically of course, and I'm going to make a pumpkin patch for him. I also have the Buckbeak stalls which will be used as well. I really do hope you guys like this tour. I don't have any videos up to this point, but if you would like to see the creation of my island going forward, I will be making some speed builds of it, so look out for them. My Instagram will be linked below, so you can be updated of when I make any progress and when my next video will be up. See you in the next one. Bye!